Hello. I have a surprise for you. You probably noticed in the first 0.002 seconds of this video that I am no longer in my packaging room and I am somewhere else. Well, I have been keeping a secret from you and I would love to finally reveal it. But before I do, I kind of want to give you a little bit of a background on Dianka Pours, and if you've been here for a long time, you may be familiar with my story and how I grew to be Dianka Pours, but if you're new, I encourage you to stick around. Let's backtrack to 2017. In 2017, I was still in college. I had discovered resin art for the first time. And it was a time when people weren't really using epoxy resin in artwork. They were just using it in tabletops and flooring. And it was much less common to find it utilized in this way. And so I researched online. I looked for tutorials and didn't really find any. And so I spent some time going back and forth from college to home, and during that time I started teaching myself through trial and error. It got to a point where I felt like I was really confident in this art form and happy to share it with others because it started to pick up. Others were also as equally as interested as I was, and so I thought, why not teach other people so they don't have to spend all the time and money and effort like I did. I'll just help them get ahead. And so those did really well. It was kind of an unexpected pivotal point for me because that is when I realized that there were so many people interested in this art form, particularly in one type of themed resin art, which is geode resin art. With that came the idea that there's something unique to geode resin art, which is the single floating pigment that I use in every single painting that I make. At that time, I saw an opportunity to expand Dianka Pours by adding one pigment to my store, and that was that floating pigment. That was extremely necessary to create this geode art form. And I'm talking about my antique gold, which is the original first pigment that I had on my store. When I did that, I immediately sold out. I remember being like, oh my gosh, there's something to this. And so I remember investing all of that money back into my business I had made to order another batch of that pigment. I remember being really uncomfortable with that because I didn't know if it would sell. My dad told me if it doesn't, you'll just have a lot of gold pigment to work with. And so that was the risk I was willing to take. And it sold again. After that, I began expanding my pigment line to more golds. And then I eventually moved on to mica powders. And it started to evolve in a way that I had never expected it to grow and get to. And I think the part that I cherish the most is the community that I've created, how I know you guys by name and you guys order from me, send me notes and messages and emails, and you guys have become like a family to me. It's become something that I never want to give up. I'm not just doing it for myself and fulfilling my dream, but also because I have you guys all surrounding me. Even it's just in a digital space, I have created so many connections with you guys, and I've gotten countless of emails from people who are going through real life difficulties like loss, trauma, divorce, chronic illnesses, and have found that learning resin art through my courses or YouTube or finding resin art in general has been something that has given them so much reprieve. And art is definitely a form of therapy. That's how I started, was healing through something really traumatic for me. And I can see how it also affects other individuals in the same way. Hearing your stories and connecting with you guys and you feeling so safe and comfortable and opening up to me, it makes me feel like this is in the right direction. I never want Dianka Pours to be a corporation where it's like you don't know who's sending you your order and just throws things in a box and here you go, like this is what you ordered. I want this to be an experience, a family, a joined effort, and to facilitate a space that we can all come together. And I see that a lot too in my Facebook group, which is really awesome to see you guys interacting together too. growing my business has been a big blessing. Not only do I create artwork, but I also sell art supplies and courses and do videos. And somehow it has branched off into all these different forms and things. And so because of that, I have gotten to a point where I have found this area of exponential growth and I hit a wall. To get over this wall, I had to take a big leap of faith. And I don't think I was ever ready to. I hit this wall where it was like, for example, my art space is in my basement and it's like a tiny corner. Once I'm done with artwork, I have nowhere to place it anymore. But not only that, but I use this table to not just create artwork, but to fill jars of glitter, fill jars of mica, fill jars of paste. And so I have boxes stacked in one corner. I have buckets of paste stacked in another. I have other boxes of just jars stacked in another corner and boxes of pigments. It's absolute chaos. And in order to get from one side to the other, I have to move things just to squeeze through. And for so long, I didn't mind it because it was my way of saving money to continue to put it back into my business. And it did give me that opportunity and that growth. But now I've gotten to a point where I just keep having this thought in my head of, what if I expand my space? What if I expand my space? Like, I am using one tiny little room for 5,000 different things. Oh, not to mention, I also do all my photography in that room. I have lights in corners that I have to set up, backdrops that I have to set up. Anyways, circling back. This is a multi-purpose room, and for it to be multifunctioning, it has to be bigger. It's just like not allowing me to expand anymore. And so, even with that in mind, me being the saver, I was like, maybe another time, like maybe I'll just like keep squeezing the life out of this, like keep squeezing the life out of this lemon as much as I can. And I am a big believer that if you resist something that you are ready for and have been ready for a long time, the universe will be like, okay, I'll just force you right into it. So it's really funny that now I can't create resin art in my space anymore because my sister-in-law is pregnant, and so I can't do it in that space anymore. I take that as a sign from the universe being like, go ahead, like you can do this. And when we start to change our lives and do new things in order to move into a new vibration and a new frequency of our desired reality, it can be scary. It's new, it's different, it's a huge change. But I believe a significant way to manifest and attract your dreams is to welcome change. So here I am, embracing the change and stepping into a creative reality where I am jumping leaps over that wall. I am opening a brand new chapter. I have so much possibility ahead of me again. I am so excited, so grateful. And what's really cool is that this space that I'm in is actually shared with like 20 other band members and woodworkers. They're so sweet, so nice, so willing to help. And a lot of these woodworkers too, like half my job is creating panels and cutting wood, and I have so many tools in this building automatically. Like, how did that happen? This is a really great space. It has really wonderful energy, and I'm so excited to step into it. So I'm going to finally get out of this car and finally introduce to you my new art studio. Ben. I love you. Wow. It looks so good so far. And you're doing such a good job. We just have one. Do you think we could do a pull-up on it?
No.
Oh. I'm so hard at work right now. I'm almost sweating. Ben, how much work am I doing?
A good solid 12 and a half.
12 and a half what?
12.5%.
I'll take it. I'm holding tools. Whee! Last board.
Here you go. There's your shelf.
Wow. Wow, it's so big. Holy cow. Look at this thing. Ben, how are you? How are you? How tall are you?
6'1".
Pretty tall. What would you say? That's like 7 feet off the ground. Over.
Bigger than that.
Yeah. That looks dangerous. Up for the majority of it. Getting things removed from the floor. Remove it. Like an 8 out of 10. Maybe 7 out of 10 danger. But I did it. I did it. No pizza cutter? No problem. Wow, you actually can see. Wow, that was precision. When I started installing them. Now, I have to drag this over. Maybe I'll add one more shelf just to stabilize these legs. I don't know what to hold on to.